Hello and welcome. This is going to be a very quick run through beginner guide of Adobe Premiere Pro CC. So to start off today, we are going to open the program. If you are not sure where to find it and it's not here on your main desktop, you can just go to Launchpad and do a search for Premiere Pro and open from there. So we can see here there's a history of previous works that were last opened, but today we'll just start a new project. This will be an opportunity to name the movie you're going to be working on. So we might just call this one New Movie. Just keep it simple for today. And you can browse and change the location it's saved. There are a few other settings, but we won't bother about going into that for today. First thing we have to look at is how to import our video. Here you can see on the side we can change all the dimensions of these areas, just basing it on what you prefer. We can go to the media browser and we can find documents within there and go through the files and look for them. But I would say the best way is just to have your files and have that folder open and just to click and drag those files into place. So starting off, we can see our timeline here and there is no sequences. That is because I have not yet put in a movie. We might just pick this one, put this one in, and I've just clicked and dragged it in. Here we can see the timeline. Here we have the scrubber or the playhead. Down here we can see V1 and A1. V1 stands for video, A stands for audio, so here we can see the two. To play through and show what we have there, just press the space bar on the keyboard. You can scroll in and out to zoom in and out to see our frames better. This footage was shot on a GoPro drone, so there is not actually any audio with it so far. It does have the line there, but that is not connected. How to quickly edit our video and crop it. This was a long shot, and if I zoom out and bring the scrubber back to the beginning, we can play it through and just see that there was a lot of sort of lag time or fly time in between actually getting into the shot. So what we can do there is press the spacebar again to stop on whatever scene we want to stop. If we look here, we have different tools. The two we're going to focus on is just on the selection tool and the razor tool. So the razor tool, the shortcut is C on your keyboard. And if you stop and pause by using the spacebar just when you want the video to stop, you can click there and play again, and we like this scene going through. We might decide to stop there as well, and we'll crop that one. So we'll go back to the selection tool, so it's V on your keyboard. Click those two and delete it. So we've just deleted that opening scene that we didn't quite like. Select and just press backspace or delete on the keyboard just to remove those videos. And now with the power of video editing, I have gone through and just cut out some of those clips. Once you have cut your clips and you've deleted them, selected them and deleted them, you can bring those together. So just quickly going through, if we see a quick transition between the two, there's that very quick jump. So if we want to make that a bit softer, we can just put that scrubber bar right in the middle, and then we will right click and apply default transitions. So if we just zoom in here on the bar, just scroll in, we can see there is a cross dissolve there. Again, you can go through and change that, but we'll just keep it simple today. You can do center of cut, start of cut, end of cut, but center of cut usually does a good transition between the two. If we zoom out, just press play, you can see that there's that transition between the two. It's not a sudden jump. We can select and drag out, so if we want sort of slower, longer transition between the two. Great. zoom out. So as I've mentioned before, this was actually shot on a drone. So there is actually no appropriate audio to go with this file. What I might do is go through and delete it. So if I clicked on this audio file and press delete, it would delete the whole thing. So press Command Z to go backwards. So what I need to do is unlink these two, and that's just as simple as right clicking, where is it? Unlink, there we go. Unlinking them, and now they're two separate files, and we can click on that audio file and delete it. If you would want to add an audio file onto this, you would go through the same process that we did and click and drag some files, and we can click and drag in this audio file. So we can see here, zooming in, you can see the pictures and the wave of the music, and we can adjust the music to suit our video. Again, we can press C with the razor and V and just go through and delete certain sections and re-edit it. And another thing you might like to add it is a title. So just a basic one, just going up to File, New, we'll put in a new sequence. Just keep it basic, just keep the original file. We can see the new sequences come up here. Again, we'll go to, and you can see the bar here has changed to sequence 2. Go to File, New, and Title. We'll just call it Title 4. Click with the text file. We will call it The Beach. For our title, we can see it's offside. So to center it, we have this here on the left. To center it in the middle. We can change the angle. If it's vertical, if it's a lot of text, which way, we have a lot of fonts. Should probably change it to a capital. We can select and change the fonts as we like. Keep it something jazzy. And again, I'll just recenter it because we've changed the dimensions. Here I can see the background. I've kept it visible if we want to make it invisible. So again, with this, you could overlay it on another video. So we'll just keep it like that. We can go here to sequence 2 and insert that. And just making sure that we're not covering that audio there because that might move it around. We can move this down once we've put it in place. And as we can see, because we deleted that background, we made it not visible, we can actually see it coming across on our video. Might just make it a bit shorter. Again, we can see in our view. Something else quickly is just the effects panel through here. Again, there are so many. If we go to video effects, stylize, mosaic, make sure you have selected with the V tool the scene you want to work on. If we double click on it here, you can see that it's made the effect. If we go to the effects controls down here, we can adjust the horizontal blocks. If we want to go to 100 on both, then it'll make that adjustment. As you can see there, the pixels are quite small now in that mosaic. In the effects panel, you can also go to color, and again, playing with spectrum and changing the light, and there's all these different things you can go through and change within your video. So again, just feel free to have a play. As always, Command Z just to go back and remove what you've done if you're not happy. Okay, great. The last thing we are going to do is create an export of this video. So we might just go to the beginning and we might hit I just to create our in. So that's where the file knows where to start from and where to end. So we'll go to the end. And again, we've got that little bit extra audio, but we only want the video to end there. So we'll hit O for our out. Once we have done that, we can go to File, Export, Export Media. You can preset to the same that it was originally. and just export it. Or if you're wanting something specific, like if you're wanting to export it for YouTube, just press export and it'll do its thing. It'll give you a time for how long it's going to take. Once that's complete, it'll keep this as well. So if you want to continue to edit this, then you would save as, and you would save it as a name. So it would still save it as a Premiere Pro file, so you could go in and continue to edit it as well as have the exported version. And I've just opened up the video here, just playing it through. You can see the transitions. I've muted out that music because I didn't want it there anymore. You can see again a very rough sequence, but a quick way just to show you a few tools you can use to edit your videos. Hopefully that was helpful. Try and use this as a starting point. Again, I tried to show a lot of things in a very short space, but hopefully you have a good starting point and you can go from there and explore on your own. Thank you very much and good luck.